Have you ever woken up from a deep sleep and thought to yourself, where am I? Well, in the old days, sailors had absolutely no idea where they were. It was very difficult until someone hit on the brilliant idea of lines of latitude and lines of longitude. And that's what we're going to talk about today. If you can imagine, whoopsie daisy, if you can imagine a grid like this, with lines going that way and lines going this way. Now, if I give a name to every one of these squares, so I can call this A, B, C, D, E, and I call this 1, 2, 3, 4. If I say 2C, that's 2C, all the way along there and all the way down there. That means that's where I am, 2C. If I say 4D, 4D, that's where I am. And that's how latitude and longitude started. Let me explain a little bit more. You know that our world is supposed to be round. The Earth is round. More or less round. And around the middle of the Earth, there's a line that we call the equator. We have two poles. We have the North Pole and the South Pole. Now, somebody hit on the absolutely brilliant idea of dividing the world into little segments. Imagine that we're in outer space and we're looking down on the world, so it looks like this. And the North Pole is here. This is here. We're looking straight down on top of it. Somebody hit upon the brilliant idea of splitting the whole circle into 360 degrees. So it goes like this. 360 of them. Now these lines on a map look like this. And they go all the way down like that. These lines are called lines of longitude. Now this line here goes through London in England and it's called 0. Now all the lines on this side are called east. All the lines on the other side are called west. And let's say this is the 0 in London, so all this way is east, all that way is west. Now there are 360 of them, so half of that is 180. So you have this way going around to 180, and you have this way going round to 180. 180 degrees east, 180 degrees west. So if I say that St. Lucia is approximately 64 degrees west, that means west. St. Lucia is on this line somewhere. We know it's on this line, but we don't know where. We don't know whether it's up or down. So the next thing they invented was a new set of lines called latitude. Now this is the equator. This is this line here. And they divided these into 90 degrees. And because it's north of the equator, it was north. Because it was south of the equator, it was south. So if you want to say where St. Lucia is, you count the degrees up from the equator. Let's say it's about there. So St. Lucia is about 14 degrees north of the equator. So that's how they do it. They take a line going this way and a line going that way, and where they meet, that's where you are. So that's how you know where you are in the world. Latitude and longitude help you.